Some more news from New Zealand. Jehovah's Witnesses have lost an appeal to have abuse claims involving elders ruled out of scope of the Royal Commission of Inquiry into Abuse in Care in New Zealand. So Jehovah's Witnesses said it didn't come within the terms of the inquiry's work, but it lost a broad-based argument in the High Court in October. So on this Wednesday, the Court of Appeal dismissed the Jehovah's Witness appeal against that decision in New Zealand. The inquiry is due to report at the end of June into abuse in state care and in the care of faith-based institutions. That means get your popcorn ready. Jehovah's Witnesses objected to its inclusion, saying it never had responsibility or for the care of children, young people, or vulnerable adults, as you well know. It didn't have any live-in facilities or any other system to care for those people, they say, but the inquiry said it had evidence, of course they have, that elders took children into their care unsupervised for witnessing, pastoral support and care, working bees and similar activities. Now, the Court of Appeal didn't agree with some of the reasoning of the High Court decision. However, the three judges didn't accept the Jehovah's Witness argument that the Commission exceeded its terms of reference. Whether Jehovah's Witnesses have assumed, they say, responsibility for care in any particular situation would depend on the facts and circumstances. So that's what they say, the Court of Appeal. And also they say even the mere presence of a child in the company of an adult may involve some implication of responsibility for that child. And if the adult has a responsible role within a faith-based institution, it may be able to be said that the institution had assumed responsibility for the child, particularly if there is some regularity associated with the care involved. So for them, they have to be included. Jehovah's Witnesses circumstances might be at the margins of what the inquiry covered, but the court disagreed with the proposition that they were excluded from this. It wasn't for the inquiry to decide guilt or fault, they say, but to make recommendations about the topics of this inquiry, something that they don't really want to hear, the Jehovah's Witnesses. The Court of Appeal didn't accept that the Jehovah's Witnesses could be seen as being targeted. That's what they do. They always say, we are being targeted. Rather, it is the Jehovah's Witnesses who have sought to single themselves out as a group who should be excluded from scrutiny by the inquiry. And they have done so notwithstanding the evidence of abuse committed by members of the church, the court said. So, as I said, you will find this whole letter from the court, from the appeal, on my website. I will also put the link on the description below if you want to check. And also, there is also a form for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses or people who have been CSA victims. They can also go and fill it in and send it over to New Zealand's government or to the court. They can file it then and they can process it as evidence during the inquiry. And as I said, get your popcorn ready because we're going to have the same kind of drama we had with the Royal Commission. And hopefully they will send another governing body now, member over in the New Zealand inquiry for abuse in care. And we can have him giving his wisdom pearls, and he can maybe drive millions more Jehovah's Witnesses out of their religion. So I have here some of the letter, which I will go through with you. And this is the letter that the court sent to the Jehovah's Witnesses in New Zealand. And it says this: the Royal Commission of Inquiry into Historical Abuse in State Care and in the Care of Faith-Based Institutions issued a minute stating the Commission's interpretation of its terms of reference led it to conclude that the activities of Jehovah's Witnesses were within the scope of the Commission's inquiry. So, I'm sorry, they are within the limit, the scope of the inquiry. They can't avoid it. Now, it says further, the Commission's terms of reference were later amended to expressly state that this was the case. What that means is that obviously the Jehovah's Witness lawyers were trying to find loopholes to stop this, to find a loophole to escape the inquiry. But now they have made it all in black and blue, in black and white, and they are definitely included in the inquiry. The Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses Australasia Limited, that's interesting, isn't it? They're a limited company, on behalf of the Jehovah's Witnesses organization in New Zealand, sought judicial review of both the Commission's initial interpretation of its terms of reference as set out in minute 16 and the lawfulness of the amendment to the terms of reference. The High Court dismissed all causes of action. So stop mucking around, stop sending your lawyers, stop trying to find the loophole. We are taking you to task. You will come in the inquiry in June and you will sit down so you can hear what the action against you is. So the Jehovah's Witnesses now appeal against the High Court decision. That's what they do every time. In Norway as well. They've lost to the government. Now they have to go to the High Court. Now they have to go to the ACHR. There's never ending. This is a legalistic organization. It's just based, it's a real estate business with highly motivated and with an army of lawyers trying to promote its interest. So, as I said, you can find more of this letter on the website. And if you would like to help the channel, please press the join button below to help me out. Or if you want, you can become a member on the website where you get all of the secret documents from all different countries, all in your inbox or as an app on your phone. So with that in mind, thanks for listening to me, guys, and I shall speak to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.